Hey everybody, welcome to another review from Izzy Said Mag Escape on YouTube, and I want to go ahead and take this opportunity to wish every mother out there a very happy Mother's Day. Today's review is based off of the Incredible Hulk Returns, the made-for-television film that is spawned from the classic 1979 television series that starred Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno that I used to watch quite religiously during my childhood when we lived in Germany, and I can remember sitting in the room watching the show with my dad. The Incredible Hulk concept has always been a unique element for me as a kid, simply because I love the idea of this unassuming, brilliant-minded scientist who, for all intents and purposes, through well intentions, attempted to tap into the hidden strengths that all humans have. Unfortunately, due to the experiment, he overdosed himself on gamma radiation, and whenever he becomes angry or outraged, he transforms into this monstrosity, insurmountable beast that cannot be contained and driven by rage. Of course, I decided to go ahead and chime in a lot of the narrative, the majority of the narrative from the introduction of the show. This show and of course the feature-length television films, The Incredible Hulk overall has inspired many comic book adaptations, one-offs variants, video games, animated series, and of course two major feature-length films with the Hulk, directed by Ang Lee, and of course the Incredible Hulk, based in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is still my favorite version of the Incredible Hulk, and it's still my favorite Incredible Hulk film. But I'm going to go ahead and focus on the Incredible Hulk Returns, the made-for-television film. Now, there's three of these, actually. You have the Incredible Hulk Returns, the Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and the Death of the Incredible Hulk. What I'm holding in front of you right now is a double feature of both television films, The Incredible Hulk Returns and The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. I have yet to find The Death of the Incredible Hulk on DVD. I do have it on VHS when my aunt, who lives in Florida, recorded all three of these on the same VHS tapes, and I've used to watch them pretty regularly. I need to go ahead and look for it, that way I could go ahead and watch this and watch it as well. But I'm going to go ahead and review The Incredible Hulk Returns. Now, given the technology that exists today, obviously The Incredible Hulk could not be captured in a faithful representation with the fairly low budget that existed at that point, because technology didn't exist in the way that exists now. And given the fact that, as someone who was a child who watches during this period, I thought, and many kids at the same time thought, it was the coolest thing in the world, simply because, of course, you had the Incredible Hulk on television, and even before the Incredible Hulk, during that same period, they did it with Spider-Man, and then eventually with the Incredible Hulk, they introduced Thor, Daredevil, and the interesting thing about it is, you get the impression that they introduced those characters at that time in hoping to establish a Marvel Cinematic Universe pre the Marvel Cinematic Universe that exists today. The Incredible Hulk Returns sees the reprisals of Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno reprising their characters, with Bill Bixby playing David Banner and Lou Ferrigno portraying the Hulk. The Incredible Hulk Returns sees the character David Banner attempted to still cure himself while living a life of peace, experiencing years of no transformations, no incidents, without causing any type of unnecessary destruction. He's living with a woman that he obviously loves, working as a scientist, and it really allows you connect with him on such an emotional level, because, again, given the fact that he is fairly lonely, and given that he is a fugitive to a certain degree while being hunted by Jack McGee, who is a tabloid reporter who is continually on the hunt for the Incredible Hulk. I used to watch this film and just watch it every single day and still be completely mesmerized by it. David Banner is found out, or deduced, if you will, by a former student of his, aka Donald Blake, who is a reference to Thor, the alter ego, the human alter ego that Thor portrays when he's on Earth. And it introduces Thor while somewhat ignoring the Marvel comic adaptation, while having Thor being based more on the Norse mythology of him being banished from Valhalla, and Mjolnir, which Mjolnir is able to be handled by anybody, even if it isn't Thor in this case. But again, I digress. It's a very interesting concept. And then you have David Banner, who is find himself involved with this corrupt corporate organization that has attempted to use nefarious means in order for their own gain. And given the fact that he is embroidered, if you will, in this particular feud, it follows basically the same formula as the Incredible Hulk television series, where you have David Banner, who is attempting to cure himself or avoid confrontation, finds confrontation, transfer to the Hulk. There's all kinds of destruction. Then there's more plot, there's more story disposition, then of course the transformation again. It's still a fairly formulaic standard affair, but again, a guilty pleasure, so you can't fault it for that. The performances here, of course, David. When I think of David Banner, when I think of Bruce Banner in totality, my favorite representations are Bill Bixby and, of course, Edward Norton. Not saying that I don't enjoy Mark Ruffalo, but when I think of the clear, faithful depiction and the physical appearance of David Banner, or Bruce Banner, I always envision Bill Bixby or Edward Norton. They just always how I always picture David Banner, Bruce Banner rather, in my head. Whether it's reading the comic books or even the animated series, they just looked exactly how I always saw the character. Acting wise, you're not watching this for any type of tour de force acting, even though Bill Bixby was a marvelous actor and captured the character just quite beautifully, in my opinion. Lou Ferrigno, it's interesting when you watch him as the Hulk. The Hulk, as we have watched many years, even with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is able to do a lot more via technology compared to this version. It's interesting because you watch Lou Ferrigno do a lot, given his bodybuilding past, he does a lot more growling and flexing and running towards the camera and doing the best he can with what they were giving him. And I love Lou Ferrigno, so I'm not gonna fault him for that. And the fact that Thor is introduced into this film as well is amusing watching these two monstrosities of characters engage in fisticuffs, knowing full well that now, considering what we've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they couldn't really do it with this particular version. So either way, it's not necessarily a fault of theirs. It's very cool when you think about it, being able to see the Marvel Cinematic Universe, pre-Marvel Cinematic Universe, then compared to now. So that was, as a kid, of course, you didn't pick up on this, but now you're thinking, wow, just imagine how interesting it would have been if we got to see Hulk, Spider-Man, Daredevil, even the Punisher in this, or Captain America, in this low-budget standard affair way before the Marvel Cinematic Universe at the same time. So I just think I always found that pretty cool to think about in retrospect. But the Incredible Hulk Returns, as I mentioned, is a very guilty pleasure. Still fun to watch, and I do enjoy watching Bill Bixby as a character of David Banner. And still fun, still exciting, brings back a lot of childhood memories from whenever I will watch it on a daily basis. And once again, a relatable concept that I still find fascinating to this very day. Every episode of the Incredible Hulk show, and even in the film, ends in the same way. You have David Banner walking away, and it's still a spoiler. It's a minor spoiler, but of course, anyone who has watched the show and even watched this knows exactly what I'm talking about. It ends with him walking away in the Lonely Man theme, and still a very beautiful piano melody that I just stirs all kinds of emotions within me, and I cannot get that particular theme out of my head. So I love it. Still one of my favorite adaptations of the Incredible Hulk, but still nothing will ever surpass this, in my opinion. It's still one of the greatest representations, visual representations, and story depictions of the Hulk. But I do recommend this. It's you can even watch it with your kids because there's nothing particularly violent in it. No, not any type of grotesque violence, not any type of unnecessary blood, no profanity. It's just an all-around fun experience that we had the pleasure of watching as kids, and I felt that it was my obligation as a film critic to go ahead and share this with each and every one of you, simply because I felt that it would be cool to recommend this so you guys could see exactly what Marvel was before the Marvel that we know now. So with my rating for this, I'm going to go ahead and give the Incredible Hulk Returns a 2 thumbs up affair, a 5 out of 5, highly recommended. Watch it for entertainment purposes. Do not watch it for anything deep or philosophical. Just simply watch it to see exactly what Marvel was before the Marvel that exists today. That is my review of The Incredible Hulk Returns. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. Provide a like. Let me know on my Facebook what you thought about it should you watch this video. Spread the word to your friends and family. And you'll be hearing from me again, my friends, with the film of Spiral that is coming out this Friday. Spiral, the Book of Saul. Be on the lookout for that review. And peace out and be safe, my friends. Adios.